Okay, I wanted to just update kind of everybody on the current state of the game, I guess you could say. There's still a bunch of things that need to change. I've done a lot of work on, like, all these work. On all the talents.
Choose what you want to master.
And all this stuff works. There might still be one or two that I have to kind of add in, but point is, they're working. Now, with that said, they're working on a functional level. I don't have all the particles in yet.
Time to roll your stats.
I pulled out this stat because I really couldn't find a good use to it, so I just ripped it out. So in the beginning here, we have like a tutorial style room. So we're in an inn, right? And you can see it pops up. To right click to go to this view to inspection view. And it's asked for me to, well, it's not actually asking me to do anything. But if I try to click to go out, it's like, you know, get your gear for the chest. And this is just kind of just to get those skills in how the game kind of functions. And all the chests and all the loot and all the gear everywhere in the game changes depending on your class. So, actually I think these are all locked. Yeah. So anyways, we have a person here and I can talk to them. I have a chest here and I put this here merely to show that, okay, like there's a chest here and it's not ours and we can open it and I can choose those or I can just leave it. And if I try to open it, and you know, in this particular one it wants, you know, a stat roll, which is okay, cool. Okay, we get some 3 gold, okay, cool. Now that, as you can see, affected this person. So I'm hoping that kind of shows people that there's going to be, I'm trying to put as many of these style options in the game, and some of them are major, some of them are minor, but depending on how you handle them and what you do with them, they can lead to positive effects or negative effects.
You enter the tavern.
In any way, shape, or form. Now you see, like, kind of my movement slowed, the DM's voice kind of kicks in.
He looks friendly and nods at
you know, the music dimmed down. You know, and there's conversations and stuff you can have with people. There's actually a quest there. You can order food, rent a room. People are having random conversations. Not worried about that right now. Now the main dungeon is actually over here.
The back part of the town.
That little entrance there is actually where the main dungeon is.
The smell of the smelter fills the
Where
air.
this side, I'm gonna turn my torch on, is kind of more of a tutorial style dungeon. So all the enemies are really basic and they're simple. They're easy to kill. They don't have a lot of abilities. They don't even have armor. Like you'll see, like when you get into the major dungeon and you start fighting skeletons and stuff, like they have an armor thing that you can beat off of them. These little creatures don't. So we have 3 different attacks. I can take defense, which means I skip my turn, but I get big bonuses to my defense for a round. Heavy attack, you get some bonuses to your damage, but if I miss, I'll end up becoming back facing and then I don't get these options next time. But beyond that, like they're all kind of like your basic attacks, with just slight modifications. Now depending on what's happening in the combat, other attacks will actually pop up in here. You can get some special attacks and stuff. I can go to the item section and spells. I don't have spells right now. Actually, that's not even supposed to be there. Or wait, am I the cleric? When am I? I am the cleric. Okay, so I do have spells. I just don't have any. So what I did is based on the class, like the cleric has the spells, the warrior actually has like a warrior skills tab, and the rogue has like a rogue skills tab, right? Where you can poison and throw daggers and stuff like that. The hammer does a lot of debuffing. Oh, actually, all the weapons do different styles of effects when they hit, from bleeding, stuns, and debuffs and stuff like that. Now, depending on your skills and stuff, like blocking, if I was the warrior, I don't have it right now, but if I was the warrior, I'd actually have the shield slam ability. Actually, I don't have a whole lot for the basic combat as playing as a cleric, and because I didn't choose a spell, I don't really have a spell thing to play with either. But anyways, all the spells and the functions and all that stuff is actually in there. I'm just working on the effects and the particles. But I just wanted to kind of give an update on how the game is progressing. For a while there, I was actually debating on ripping out the models, because I was actually worried about performance-wise. It seems to be fine. I think it's just, I don't know, developer fear, I suppose. So I don't want it to slow down, right? So every now and then I gotta do a build and make sure it's running good. I mean, it's running fine in editor. I mean, I can check my stats and stuff like that. On my PC, it's running at 72 frames per second. And it drops down to, I think, 40 and stuff if I'm running around town. And it's much higher if I do a build. It's actually running really well, but I wanted to, like, I was half debating on pulling all these models out and going with a lower poly style model, more of a stylized. I had the option to backstab there. See, there was an option, it was there, if anyone's watching that, but I missed it. But anyway, I wanted to just kind of just give that as a bit of an update on how things are.